The Labour Party was thrown into despair after the president of Labour for Indie Wales suggested Sir Keir Starmer would respect future calls for Wales to break from the Union. Sir Keir would be willing to concede to Welsh independence if the calls were loud enough, Express.co.uk was told. It comes as the Labour leader slumped in the polls following a spell of popularity with the British public. This is despite his announcement last week that a Labour government would give people the opportunity to invest in the country's recovery post-coronavirus pandemic with potentially lucrative outcomes in the future. Like Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Sir Keir is trying to steer Scotland away from pursuing independence, a feat that looks all but impossible as Holyrood's May elections approach and polls show a resounding support for a second referendum on the subject. West of the border, in Wales, murmurs of independence appear to be growing. Campaign groups like Yes Cymru, who support a break away from the Union, have experienced a surge in membership over the pandemic. Its chairman, Sion Jobbins, told Express.co.uk the outfit went from 2,000 members in February 2020 to 17,500 today. Currently, Plaid Cymru is the only serious opposition party whose manifesto includes an independence referendum in Wales. Welsh Labour has won every domestic election for over 100 years, it for the most part being loyal to the Union. However, fresh discontent has surfaced in Welsh Labour on the eve of the launch of Labour for Indie Wales, a pressure group within the party. Its recently elected president, Bob Lloyd, speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, revealed that he believed Sir Keir would not block calls for independence if they were loud enough. The party's current line in the Senedd is that Wales is stronger in the Union. However, First Minister Mark Drakeford has, since coming to power in 2018, hinted that Welsh Labour could steer away from this traditional alignment. He previously said that his support for the UK was not unconditional, and that the Welsh government would consider independence were Scotland to leave the UK. The series of events since have led figures like Mr. Lloyd to believe that the tide may be turning in favour of the Leave camp, with perhaps little resistance from the UK party. He said, "I don't expect Starmer to get on board with Welsh independence, but then I don't think it's really his concern to have a position on independence in Scotland or Wales. I think his case for federalism, with the Constitutional Commission, we've had the case put forward in Wales before, something called radical federalism. But what questions that need answering about federalism, is how we're going to generate a regional identity strong enough to sustain devolution in these different regions before Scotland decides to leave, because that's what it hinges on essentially."